Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Love Island USA Season 7. In this video we are talking about some highlights from the Nicolandria interviews, you guys. The Nicolas and Alandria interviews, because they are dropping like hotcakes, y'all. They are dropping like the extra pancakes that Chris gives to Shelly in the villa. I had to do it. But a couple of tidbits, because I want to get to something serious, and we need to have a conversation about production. So the positive is, Nick and Alandria are addressing right on whether it is Variety, whether it is I think Decider, I think People Magazine, Entertainment Tonight, Access Hollywood, you name it. They are addressing a lot of the rumors. Oh, what rumors do you mean? What rumors are you talking about? Oh, the rumors that they just got together to be on the show, that they're just faking it. They just did this so that they didn't get eliminated, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And Nick and Nicolandria was like, no, not quite. Look at here, listen here. Here's the deal, right? The circumstances were out of our control, right? And we already had an opportunity once to decide to leave the villa. Nicolas said that Alandria has been I've been her secret admirer for this entire time. However, the circumstances did not align. They also confirmed that they lied to us, that it was all a lie. They lied to us about diminishing the sparks that they felt during the Soul Ties Kiss Show. They confirmed that there was a spark there. However, they held back due to their connections with Taylor and Sierra. They also confirmed that they're going to be going to football games. I hope it's both NFL games as well as college football games, because I believe Auburn has followed Alandria. However, the NFL teams have been showing mad support, mad love to Nicolandria, whether it is the Jaguars, whether it's the Saints, whether it's the Cleveland Browns, whether it's the Chargers, the Rams. Like they have all been in, like at least like 10 teams, at least like 10 NFL teams have been showing serious love. Makeup brands have been showing love. Like there's been so much love for Nicolandria. So I am happy for all of the opportunities that they are going to have with this. They also said that they plan on visiting each other's families. So as you know, Alandria lives in Houston. However, her family and where she's from is Alabama. So they want to go to some cookouts there. Nicolas wants to meet Alandria's family. And then Alandria wants to go to Florida to meet Nicolas's family and have Nicolas's mom's famous meatballs, you guys. Also, they talked about what their favorite things about each other. One thing we didn't show, Nicolas said that Alandria made him laugh a lot in the villa and that she was a little bit of a comedian. We really didn't see that, right? And also, Alandria said she liked about Nick that he was super caring and this and that. They said that they don't know if they would have worked if they met in high school, because Nick said that even though he was, he got good grades and everything else in school, that he was like a wild child. He was like the class clown and all this and all that. Alandria said that she had to keep her head in the books because she was getting scholarships. She was in AP classes and she had all of these things. So she would probably, get turned off with Nicolas's behavior in high school, and they probably wouldn't have, worked in that type of a setting. But Nick also said that he always gets good grades. It sounds like Nick might still do some things with his nursing degree. I don't know the extent of that, if he is going to go back to school or if he's going to still work as a nurse on the the side or if he's just going to continue to pursue his modeling endeavors. Also, what else was said? Oh, they asked the question. Y'all remember the challenge, the kiss or pie challenge? And remember, Nick had on there, and I thought this was weird. He said, kiss the islander, he said, choose the islander that you're not in a couple with, or choose the best kisser, the islander that's the best kisser of the person that you're not in a couple with. But the way that he said it made zero sense, made zero grammatical sense, and I was like, I think Nicolas added this on the end. I think he added some sauce on it because he just wanted to kiss Alandria. And so Nick said he can't confirm or deny you guys the allegations. So that told me everything I needed to know, y'all. That told me everything I needed to know. Now, production, I need y'all to come to the front. Production, right now, I need you to come to the altar of the church. Production, I need you to step in front of the class because Alandria has been dragged for weeks, y'all. That Taylor's not into her, that Taylor's not attracted to her, all of this, all of that. Alandria set the record straight in a couple of interviews and said, not so fast. Taylor was very complimentary to me. We never saw that. Said that I looked beautiful. Said that he was always checking out my fit. He was very nice to me. He was very caring. He knew everybody's breakfast order. If they wanted tea, if they wanted coffee. He said he was the type of person to take the shirt off of his back. And if you were cold, he would put his jacket over Alandria's legs. If she was cold, he would hold on to her heels in the event that, she had difficulty walking or whatever else, or her feet hurt from walking around the villa because they got to be in wedges, they got to be in stilettos and all that stuff all day. She said that he was very chivalrous. He was very much a nice person, y'all. However, we saw none of that. The edit made it look like, per Alandria's words, that she was thirsty. That she was thirsty, that she was begging this man for her attention. And this is what I'm saying with production. Like, y'all switched up because there used to be a lot more black producers last season compared to this season. So if this is your first season watching Love Island USA, it's kind of a disservice because last season I felt like they did a pretty good job of telling the story of the two black women in Janae and Serena, right? But unfortunately this season, I just feel like there was a lot of tomfoolery that was going on, right? And, and I started to see the change. Like, they were fine with Shelly as long as she was in a couple with Austin. But then when she got in a couple with Ace, I started to notice, like, weird things that they would show in the edit. And I was like, this is a little suspicious. And then same with Alandria. When she was in a couple with Taylor, it looked like she was the person who, Taylor was just with to keep safety, that he wasn't romantically interested, that he was just trying to bide his time and all of this and all of that. And then all of a sudden, once the Nicolandria stuff started, now all of a sudden we're going to give all this screen time, we're going to give all this energy to it. So I found that interesting, right? But Alandria said that Taylor was doing a lot for her, and it basically, from what it sounds like, we saw a show where Taylor was not interested at all. Now we got to get to something unfortunate, you guys. And again, the Huda rats, the people who are associated with the Huda HQ community, I am tired of y'all. I am tired of y'all because y'all have gone absolutely too far, and it's absolutely disgusting, you guys. It is absolutely disgusting. What am I talking about? What has happened, right? What is the tea, Anonymous Tea, right? Well, what has happened is that Alandria has been made aware of the meme. I don't know if I told you. I think I might have mentioned this to you guys. There was a meme that was floating around, and y'all know the George Floyd meme, right? Of the police officer that is literally, kneeling down on this man for nearly 10 minutes. They superimposed or photoshopped the picture, right? And they have it to where Huda is the officer and her knee is on Alandria's head, you guys. And it just broke my heart because I'm like, I pray that Alandria never sees this image, you guys. Well, unfortunately, in one of the interviews, she has made mention of it. She has made mention of it, and she feels as though, you know, being a black woman, dealing with, you know, racism and all of this and all of that, like, what are we doing, right? What are we doing? And so what happened was she, you know, spoke on the fact about the meme, how she was upset about the meme. She said that her family has been getting death threats. She doesn't like any of that. She disagrees with that. She says it's tough already as a black woman. She feels, though, as a black woman, as y'all know, we can't say how we really feel. We can't really speak our minds. We can't really say our true feelings without it being misinterpreted or misconstrued or, you know, misaligned or whatever else. And Alandria said that she was everybody's go-to person in the villa. She was the resident therapist and everything else. And so, you know, she is the glue to everything. She's the glue to the family. That's why you rarely saw Alandria cry, you guys. You rarely saw her cry in this video, in the villa. And so she said that, you know, basically she feels as though she was a little shocked that she was being painted as a mean girl, and that she was being painted as a bully, and all of this and all of that. And so she says that she is grateful that many of her friends are speaking out and are defending her character, but it's just like, it's just disgusting. It is just really disgusting, you know, how much, you know, a show, even if it's just 1 or 2 episodes out of 30 plus episodes, you have one bad episode, you and Shelly have one bad episode, and you're labeled the entire series as mean girls. Meanwhile, Huda has had several crash outs for several weeks and can come out, and because she has so many followers, and say, I was bullied, I was a victim, nobody was there for me, all I could talk to was a therapist. No. Let's talk about the treatment of Shelly and Alandria and the jealousy and everything else that comes with it, that y'all wanted to humble these girls. And y'all still trying to play into those types of nonsense and foolishness outside the villa. Like, it's not okay. It's not okay at all. I just want cameras inside that Airbnb right now, since Alandria has since unfollowed Huda, because I need to see what the dynamic is. I need to see what the temperature of the room is. But Alandria, I'm just hoping, like, I'm glad that Nick is there with her. I'm glad that Nick takes her phone away when Alandria starts to see the hate, it starts to see the negativity. And already, you know, because she's unfollowed Huda, and I think Huda has since unfollowed Alandria, that people are being messy in the comments and, you know, just putting really disgusting animal images and emojis in the comments. And it's like, you guys are so racist and so disgusting and so hateful. And the show has had, I think, 4 unalives from the UK show. I don't want that to transfer to any of the other franchises. I don't want any of these islanders to be so upset and overwhelmed by the hate and the negativity that it even gets to that point. I hope and pray that their families and their support systems are continuing to pour into them. I completely understand why Shelly and Ace decided, you know what, I'm gonna take a social media break, because the hate, the racism, the unalive threats is too much. So just sending well wishes for Alandria. I know people want her to post, but y'all gotta understand, she seems down in these interviews. She seems very much down in these interviews. I remember on the first live, she was upset because people were saying she had a BBL, and I was like, people were? I didn't even see that rumor. But it's just like, people are just trying to say anything at this point to tear down Alandria and Shelly, and it needs to stop. None of these other islanders are experiencing any of this, and it's very weird. Like y'all hate Shelly and Alandria this much. Y'all want to humble them so bad. You're mad at them so bad. You're mad at Alandria and Nicolas being together. Like chill it out. Chill it out. So there is that. That is it. That is all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.